You have got the report in written forms. It was sent out when we called for this meeting 4 weeks ago. And I'm just going to add something to that, and some pictures. So normally we will meet as the Assembly of Members every other year. But because of the COVID, we haven't been able to meet since we met in Scotland, in Musselburgh 4 years ago. And you see then we celebrated 25th anniversary with nice cakes and very Scottish napkins. Until now, this is not us, but it was the only voting picture I found. You see, this is WCC voting, giving votes. Because it has been normal that we are voting for our new ExCo when we meet at the assembly for the whole world. That has been discussed. Is this a good way? Isn't it better to have the election when we meet for the assembly at the TREI meetings? And of course, it had to be like this time. So I really hope it's okay with you that this shift didn't come because we discussed it. It came because the COVID taught us to do it like that. The ExCo members in this period, they are in here, so they might stand up when I say so, but you see them also on the screen. Little bit younger, this is Ronke. And Gunhild. And this is Gordon in his kilt. Tina. The picture is from yesterday.
Younger.
Birgit. She was on our board till 1.5 years ago. Elizabeth. I haven't said their formal title and last name. Is that okay with you? Yes. You know them. And Gwyn. Armin. And we also had some that have left. This is Martin Fogger. He used to be our treasurer. And Barbara Weidman, she was working with him on the finance system. We also had a webmaster, Diane Kauf. No, where is the? No, she's not still. This is Torsten. Not a good picture, but that was the only one I had. He was our officer here at Diakoneo. When he left, we got a new one. Much better picture. This is Sebastian, and I'm sure you have seen and met him. And then Diane Kaufmann, our webmaster. We also had Sarah Menning as a webmaster for a short time, but I don't have a picture of her, and she was very short. And to get a new webmaster, we don't have it at the moment, it's very high on the agenda, and it has to be also for the new ExCo. We had, before the pandemic, we met once a year, and we then met for several days. This is also Scotland, and you see, we did normally sit around the table, but I had this picture from outside. It's a bit cold, but we had also nice times to see things. And we visited local churches. That's part of our agenda, going back to what Kenneth Matata was talking about. We never went the place without going to the local service. That's part of our profile. We had planned to go to Frankfurt for our meeting in 2020, but we haven't been able to have meetings till last year. And then we came here to Neuendettelsau and were able to meet again as EXCO. And you see they have nice apples here. Zum Mitnehmen, it says. So it was just when we passed to take an apple. Very nice. But this pandemic learned us to be more, on the digital scene, both sitting at home, but also when we meet, you see. We are very digital, isn't it? Everyone is looking into his own little screen.
Seems a picture.
So when we sent out, not on the first one, but maybe some days ago, you also received a report, quite a long report, from the DREI members. So this is a little bit new in a way. There's always been reports like this, but sometimes it's had been shortened down. But then we have heard it's nice to get reports from everyone. So it's not that someone has read it and make a summary. So we have decided it will be a report from all of our members. And we are the largest of the 3 regions in Diakonia. We have 44 members in 23 countries in Africa and Europe. And in addition, one of our members is for all of Europe. That's the Freikirchliche. They are from all of Europe. But 44 members, that doesn't sound very big, but if you count all the members in our members, then because we have member organizations, we are thousands and thousands behind these numbers. So, and the report will then give an update of the members, our member organizations. We will ask for not long reports, maybe half, at the maximum 1 page. Some have not been able to give a report this time, you will see that, but that's maybe because we weren't very clear, not clear enough what we wanted, but for the next time, 2025, we hope you will have a complete report from everyone. Constitution and bylaws and job descriptions. This is something we have worked a lot on, because we changed our legal sitting from Switzerland, and we worked a lot to find out where then to go, and we ended here in Neuendettelsau. We looked, was it America, was that a good place? Other places in Germany, and it was a long, long round, and we ended out here. That was the best offer we got. And it's very nice. And we work so well together with Diakoneo, so that has been a good choice. But to change constitution it's a long work, and it has to be legal. It was then, the last one was according to Swiss law. Now it has to be according to German law. Although law systems, they can be close, they are not the same all over. So we had to do a lot of work on that. And the bylaws, they are telling how to understand and give some extra flavor to the constitution, and then the job descriptions of all the officers, what they have to do. So this has taken a lot of our work time in the EXCO. Elections, that you will hear more later in the meeting, as you saw on the agenda, but that will also take time to work how to get good people to continue the work on the EXCO. Then we worked for conferences. It's not a good picture, maybe, I hope you see it. This was the logo for this conference. You have seen it all over. and have a conference. That is in a way the most important task we have, to have these conferences, because this is the meeting place. And I also heard Kenneth Matata when he talked today, and I was thinking, he is catching us, or maybe it's just that he wants, maybe we are the way he wants Diakonia should be. I mean, we are not, our leadership is not to go from Europe and other places. He used Africa as an example, and to be leaders there. I mean, our leadership is to get us all together to learn from each other, to strengthen. So, I mean, we get strength both ways, because we learn to look and learn from different ways of doing things. And then we can also support. If, like you, Paul, it's Paul, yeah? Like you said, we also need support where we are. It's easy to think, I mean, then I thought up in the Nordic countries, it's easy to think that everything is just nice and good with us. It isn't. We also need support. And this openness, I really hope will continue in Diakonia. Not a place where we tell each other, this should be done like this and this, but the openness to talk with each other, to strengthen and to walk together. So that's my wish for also Diakonia in the future. You have heard, yeah, this is also a conference. It's just to say we were invited, as I said yesterday, in Musselburgh 4 years ago. And here you see the director, and you see Susanna, and this is when Roswitha left her work, but she has been very active in the planning group. So it was very nice that we got this invitation to come here. Members, you have seen the 3 new members, Kaiserswerth, Naivasha and Febe, and welcome them. We also have a member, the diaconate in the Scottish Episcopalian Church, that has been only a member of Dre. It's possible. And Febe is at the moment only in Dre. And the Scottish, they were in Dre now, they have applied also for the world, so they are part of both Dre and the whole organization. Then we have a member in Estonia, Tallinn Hospital. They are not active, they are still, we are keeping in contact, but if they are not getting active anymore, they might have to leave, which is sad, but that also happens. We work on our mission statement and strategy, and for those who remember, we used a long time to do that. We worked on it in Chicago and in Musselburgh, and we ended it in Musselburgh, but not the German translation. That was done afterwards. So this is just the beginning of it, but it's not a long paper, but if you don't have it, you can ask for it, and we will send it to you electronically, just to tell who we are, to help when you are going to present us to others. I got it there, but not there. Very strange. There. So then we got a new logo. You remember the other one? It was very nice. I liked it. But sometimes that's also time. Times are changing, so you change the logo. So the one picture there is when we cut in paper and try to see will this be okay or not. So we ended out with these, it's not circles, but it's a D's for Dre and Diakonia, but it's also like circles fitting together. And the starting point is the logo that was used for the Berlin Assembly, if you remember that. And I see that we are quite pleased with it now when we have used it for some time. So the purple color is ours, and the blue is for the world. No. For Dota. Thank you. The blue is for Dota, and the green is for the world. Thank you. And the red is for them, you see. And then we have ecumenical partners. You have met a World Council of Churches, as we have been partners with since the beginning. We are 1 year older, we are the bigger sister. That's simple, they are much bigger than us, but it's nice also to be the bigger sister. And from 1975, we have been advisors to the World Council of Churches. So we go to their meetings. Eurodiaconia, you have met Heather Roy. We are also partners. They work more on the institutional level, not so much on the grassroots as we are doing. REDI, they are doing research in Diaconia, and we meet with them. Of course, that's many university people, but they say we need people who work in the field, so they want us to connect more and more, because it's not enough to sit in the university and think good thoughts. What do you say? What do you say? You agree on that? Yeah. And then you need to be out there to do it, so we will connect more with them. Kaira, that's also a meeting place for different churches, or maybe not even belonging to churches. It's more, what word should I use? More for reflections, community. Elizabeth is the one that has been representing us there for some years. IDZ, that's the Catholic diaconal fellowship. So we also have connections there. Not some of it we do as Dre, and some is done with Diaconia. And this is only some of them. We have also others like Porvo, if someone knows that. We have had also with CEC, which is the European churches, when they are gathering. So we have many of these partners, but we can't be all over. That's not possible for a small organization as us. So we think it's some of these we have to work more with than others. And we think it is very important. So we are not just on our own. We are part of the big universal diaconal movement. That has also to be on our profile. This is the new General Secretary of WCC and the new moderator. And for people in Bayern and Mittelfranken, you might know me, don't you? I think it's the former bishop of this area. And we were also singing in worship, and you might see me there singing Veria. So we were a choir in the big cathedral in Geneva when we had a nice worship there. I also like to add that I sometimes have been invited to join others, groups, partners. So I was invited to Kaiserswerth Verband when they had their assembly. They don't call it that, general conference they call, in Bergen last year, and I delivered a Bible study. So that was very nice to be together with them. Challenges, as I said, website. We really need to work more on our website. We do, but social medias these days, they just add and add and add. And we have to be there so people can not just get a dead website that was updated last year. We need to work on that. So that's really a challenge. Then, to get more members and younger members. We are not only old men and women here, but some of us are getting older. But that's part of it. I mean, we have been part of this organization for a long time. We were younger when we came here, and it's also a strength that we keep on working, although the hair gets gray. That's very good. But we need also to tell others to come on board. Some think of us as only the old sisters. And we are not. They are also here, and they are helping this organization with their strength and their feeling of commitment. But we are so much more than that. And I'm sure the old sisters, they are the most happy for that Diakonia is still alive, and we have to work to get more members, to keep vibrant, and to get young people on board. Planning youth conferences, that's another challenge. Finding good sites to have a conference on. So if someone thinks that next one, 4 years from now, maybe where I am or where we are a group together, maybe more than one member, we could invite for the conference. That would be great, because it's needed that we find good places to meet, because we need to meet. And then to find, for the new EXCO, a good balance between digital meetings and physical meetings, because in the future we have learned digital meetings, that's also a good way to do it. But it's not the same as meeting person to person. So then I'm leaving my report, and I would say if someone wants to add something to the report, it's possible to do it now before I go into the Constitution.